G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. How the devil are you? I'll be Nat. This will be my Knackers Yard. This will be the downpipes for the CBF1000 that have polished up really quite well. Wasn't after them polished, I just wanted them clean, but they've come up really well. Tango's got a potential viewer coming tomorrow. Today is sorting out the downpipes on Blue, the CBF1000. Now, I started this last week. Had a bit of exploratory, I suppose. I did discover that a couple of the studs were trying to pull out, so I've got replacement studs. Got them from Trev's Vintage Machine Shop, actually. We'll see. And I've got some new gaskets as well for the exhaust. Now, first things first, it's going to be messing. Oh, slightly awkward cut there as I was chatting with a neighbour. Yeah, so let's get the silencers off. So they are one single bolt at the back and a bolt on the hanger to hold them on. So that's now the left hand, the low side should be easier. I've got the unsexy knee pads on. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on my knees. Yeah, this lower side should be easier. There's no point in me saying what size sockets to use because they're different sockets on each side on this for some reason. I suspect not OEM. Nice if I went for a drill with some charge. I'll make room for the proper one. Or as close to proper as my limited budget gets. That's as out as that's getting. Right, top is on an Allen. Or a hex key, I should say. Never pick the right one first time. Do this all the way, it's just hung on the back, I think, if I remember correctly. That's the nut from the back. Loose. Yeah, let's do a couple more just to make sure. And some flaky shit around the edges, but it looks to be dirt and tar. Not too bad. Bit of a dent on the inside, bit of scuffage. I don't think much that can't be fixed. Right, try the other side. Right, so we're set up on the other side. I don't think this one's going to be as easy somehow. But we shall see. Yeah, bolt's loose. This is going to be fun. Nut off the back. That's free. The whole thing's going off here. Yeah, so that is the whole section off there. Some definite rebuilding required on that. Hiya. Hello, mate. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting, getting the remains of the old out so that I can fix the new. Right, so dropping you off the stand, you can see that the whole stud has effectively come off in the exhaust, but I'll get that out through one mechanism or another. Right. Next I need to start working out how to get to this. I know I need to take the O2 sensor, the lander off, so I'll do that now, I think. And then I'll start looking at how I get to the rest of it. Yeah, all good fun. Right, a fair amount of jiggery-pokery later. I couldn't really film it because I was bouncing around all over the place, but I've got all of the studs out and they've all come out complete. So I could just bang them back in complete, but I do want to try and do this something like properly. Excuse me. I haven't found a way of tilting back that radiator, but I have managed to get them out without doing it. So there's one more bolt on the bottom side here, and I should be able to drop that exhaust. All right, let's see if I can get you set up. Right, now I think it's just the one main bolt holding this in place now. We shall see. Morning. We shall see. I swear my neighbours think I'm nuts. Sat in my driveway talking away to myself. My rattle gun. Right. Did that just spin? I think it did. size on me, you fucking moron. Right. Some leverage. Or is it leverage? Yeah, there is. There's a bolt on the other side. Nut, sorry. How am I going to get to that? Feels about the same size. Although I'm very bad at guessing these things. Gotcha. Yeah. Where the fuck did that just go? It was neatly wedged in there. Oh well, I'll turn up. Probably when I kneel on it. I don't think it's attached anywhere else. Out of the way, you bitch. So through the middle of the centre stand, which is going to make life fucking tricky. Worked. Bungee cord the worst. Right, so what do we got? That was the problem. Yeah, so out with the old, in with the new. Now I was slightly concerned about the angle of that, but it completely matches, so I'm entirely happy. Right, I need to get the studs in before I do anything, but I might just clean it out and see if I can get those old gaskets out first. Right, it's difficult to show you, but that's 6 studs on, and I've discovered something I thought I'd... Well, I say discovered, it's probably something you all know, and people that have done this before know. So there's your stud. The screw thread goes the same way, i.e. normal. Tighty-righty and tighty-righty. Now obviously if you tighty-righty that all the way down, and tighty-righty that down, then you get to a point where you need to pull it out. Now when you try and unscrew, it just pulls the whole thing out, or there's a danger of it. So what I'm doing is I've got another bolt, just gone all West Country for some reason, got another bolt, screwing that on to a degree, getting the actual bolt on until it's just doming, and then screwing them, then doing one against the other. I just need to do this off shock because I can't do it dangling in the air. It's one of those 3-hand jobs. This is just tight enough. Don't try and strip the thread or anything. It just means that I can now, with a 10mm, get that in, with a quick crack, get that off and get it in. So a bit of copper grease on the end, that's way too much. A bit of copper grease on the end and I'll carry on. I'm not going to film because I can't film, I can't get a camera in there, and I'm just getting in the way. So let's get them in. Right, so that's all 8 in. Now, rightly or wrongly, I can't get those gaskets out. I've had a quick go, but not a massive one. I can't even see if there are any, frankly. I've got my gaskets here, but they're huge. They really I don't think there's any gaskets in there. I need a better look, but if they're recessed in, I don't know. I'll have a look in the book. Failing that, I'll just chuck the exhaust on it as is, I think. Let me have a look in the book. Right, I've checked the book and I don't think it had any installed, and it should have done. So I've chucked them on and we'll see. We'll see if it goes on. Let's give it a go. Right, and we're on. And we're sealed as well. I have turned it over. We'll see with no silencers on. I've got no guffs, no leaks. Sounds good with no silencers. Right, I need to get that air sensor in there, the lander on there, and then start seeing if I can work out these silencers. Probably need a good clean too, actually. Right, one down, and that's the easy one done. I've given it a bit of a clean up as well. I could just, while it was off, and it looks great and works great. But that's not the trouble one. This one's the trouble one. So I'll see if I can get how much of that you can actually see. You've effectively got the old exhaust stuck in there, so I'm just going to have at it with me Dremel and just see what I can get. Alright, brute force and a lot of ignorance and some slicing and dicing and cutting, and I got it. Fuck me. Quite quickly worked out I needed to brace it, because the second I started to lever, obviously that's strong, that's not so. It did start to bend out, so I think I caught it in time. Whack the manifold clamp over the top nice and tight just to hold it, but try not to squeeze it, but to hold it in shape. I think we're there. Right, now I haven't got any more of the sealant stuff. I do have some normal putty, which I think I'll load up the middle and get this on the bike and give it a bit of a clean. There we go, job done. There was a lot of messing around with that one. Yeah, so I've got a couple of pics of before. Let me chuck them up and do a before and after. I mean, it looks great, but you know, that wasn't the point. In fact, they're still here. There we go. There's a straight compare and contrast. But this wasn't done for looks. This was done because that was a complete, a complete bodge that wasn't going to last, and it was going to go at the most inopportune moment. So I now have, no dramas on that side. Exhaust had a little bit of a tidy up, but frankly, there's no point in me polishing them, polishing, because it's my day bike. It gets used in all sorts of weather, so that that's not the point. That was to get it working. What am I doing? Just been playing with that one. I've got no leaks, no guffs. All nice and sealed. It's nice and quiet. Nice and responsive. Happy. Now I have seen online about a guy that got a big hole saw and just took the silencer out and then went and just put a baffle in the end, which is a possibility, but frankly it's not a loud bike. It doesn't need to be a loud bike, and actually it means that I can listen to my audio books while I'm travelling. In every job that I do as an amateur mechanic, and pointing out the fact I'm an amateur, I find myself in two situations of having a for fuck's sake moment or an oh fuck moment. For fuck's sake moment is just when things aren't working, or it's taking longer than it should do, or a bolt's just taking forever to come out there. For fuck's sake moments. Oh fuck moments. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that out. That is hard steel, and I've managed to manhandle that out without shattering the exhaust, the silencer. And by putting that manifold round there has made all the difference. Now I don't have any manifolds to fit, so it has got hose clips on it. It's got two decent quality hose clips on there. That'll do me, frankly. You know, this is my day bike. It does a job. Right. Whew. That'll do. Yeah, hopefully if you've got a CBF1000 you'll find that useful at some point, although I'm judging by the amount of you jammy bastard comments I'm getting from the Facebook group, I don't think the downpipes come up often anymore, but that looks so much better. I might actually keep an eye on them and see how long they stay that way. The simple answer to that will be not long, because I use it in all weathers. That'll do me for another one. Cheers all, I'll catch you later on. Ta-da.